Welcome back to the channel, guys. I know it's been a while, unfortunately, but I hope you've all stayed safe. So today, we're back with a bit of 9th edition. We managed to, after the core rules dropped, we managed to seek the internet for the extra bits. So we are playing pretty much with the full rules, not with the points yet, as the points haven't really dropped. So we are using 8th edition points, but with 9th edition rules. So everything you see on the board, and even the new board size, because you know, hashtag small board gang. With the new climate. So we are back. So we are going to be doing more battle reports. We are making sure to stay safe, keeping my 1 metre away from Harry. And Harry's doing the same for me.
Yeah.
And so is Sam, our lovely cameraman. So yeah, we're making sure to stay safe, as you all will be as well. Hopefully in the near future we can go back to what we used to do and have a lot more fun. Well, to us, it's still going to be a lot of fun.
It should be. The core rules wise, we've got what was leaked. What was released from Games Workshop themselves, and then I spent a very long night, a couple of nights ago, piecing together the extra bits and bobs. So we're going to have a go with some of the new terrain rules as well. Mission wise, we're doing from the Warhammer community article Incisive Attack. So the one that they previewed as part of the combat patrol one. So we'll go through that when we're fully deployed.
Yeah, and so what army have you brought you today?
It's a channel first. I've finally painted up all my Orks.
About time. So yeah, for Harry's Woods Orks, I brought my Dark Eldar. I know normally we run Blood Angels, but unfortunately they're still in the shop at the moment.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Until they're back to being ready. But yeah, so we're going to move on to the armies, and then we'll go through deployment and everything and come back with the mission.
Alrighty then, so starting off with 1,000 points of lovely Orks. Well, as Tom said, this is using the 8th edition points, so we're still waiting on 9th edition points, so this force will probably shrink a bit, as with everything, all the rooms that have gone around. So starting off then, I have got my Warlord is my War Boss. So he is armed with the Killer Claw Relic, which is a special power claw, which is ×2 strength, -3 AP, and then a flat 3 damage. It also it's got no penalty to hit, like a normal power claw, and has reroll wounds. His Warlord trait is going to be brutal but cunning. That is the rerolls to hit in combat, and then on a turn that he was charged, or performed a heroic intervention, he gets an additional damage increase. So he effectively becomes a flat 4 damage power claw. I've also paid 1 CP from the Beast Arises book, from Psychic Awakening book, and that is for the biggest boss trait. He has got +1 wound, +1 attack, and then a 4+ invuln, which he was sorely lacking. Moving on to my next HQ, I have got my big mech with his good old custom force field. Orcs really do lack an armor save, so that 5+ invuln bubble should keep, especially my firepower, a little bit safer. Move then on into troops. I have got two mobs, I should say, of Orc boys. Both of them are 25 boys strong, and their knobs have got a big chopper. So that is +2 strength, so strength 7, -1 AP, D3 damage a pop. The final troops choice is a squad of Gretchen, because good old Grots, they can't fail to do wonders. And we'll see what they can do. And so moving then on into the elites choices, I have got my Mega Knobs. So they have got, they're my cronies from the War Boss. 2 of them have got their custom shooters and their power claws, and then the one guy has a pair of kill saws for a little bit of anti-primaris action. Then moving on into fast attack, I've got my mob of 10 Storm Boys. The knob in that has a power claw. We'll say right now, it'll be interesting to see what the blast rules do for my Orcs. They're already fragile enough, so hopefully they don't get too badly screwed over in game. Then moving on, we've got our dedicated transport, which is the Ork truck. That there is for the Meganobs and the War Boss to barrel in, have some fun, and take some heads. Then finally, moving on into heavy support, we have got a Death Dread armed with two Dread Saws and two of the Dread Claws. So the Dread Saws are +4 strength, -2 AP flat damage 2. The Dread Claws are ×2 strength, so that'll be rocking out strength 10, -3 flat 3 damage. Then finally, I have got a squadron of 3 mech guns. All 3 of those are smasher guns, so they're the good old D3 shots, and then hitting on 4s, and instead of rolling for wounding normally, you roll 2 dice, and if that beats the target's toughness, they suffer a wound. Alright then, that is 1,000 points of Orks. Let's move on to Dark Eldar.
Okay, so my Dark Eldar, you have seen him on the channel before, so it's pretty much the same battalion that I'm running. It is 999 points of 8th edition, so there will be some tweaking when the new edition does come out, the same for Harry. So starting with my HQ, the Archon with the helmet will be my Warlord, who is running Labyrinth of Cunning. He also has a power sword and a splinter pistol. Normally I would take a Phantasm grenade launcher, but they are now legend, which is kind of annoying because that was a great little tactic to pull off if someone got a bit too close to throw mortal wounds in their face. He's also running Wit the Living Muse, so I have +1 to hit and +1 to wound when I'm actually firing off. And then my second HQ is an just standard Archon. He's using a Husk Blade and a Splinter Pistol. He's more just for the rerolls than anything. He's not expensive. Try to not use as many points as possible. And then my troops choices, I'm running 3 squads of Cabalite Warriors. They're all exactly the same. So they're 5-man squads, all with splinter rifles, except they have a blaster in each squad. So they will be rocking up in the Venoms. And then I have a fast attack. I have my Scourges, which will be able to deep strike or flank if I do choose to do so. They all have Haywire Blasters, so they are more to drop down and just pop a tank with the way Haywire works. It's pretty disgusting when they pull it off. The Celebite at the front does have a Power Lance and a Blast Pistol, so in case anyone gets a little bit too close, you can just go mental and start ripping people apart. And then in heavy support, I've got 2 Ravagers, literally exactly the same as each other, both running all disintegrator cannons because they are just pure disgusting when they open up. So those 2 will be running up the backfield. And then, unfortunately, I haven't got my Razor Wing with me, but so I am got one of the guys to lend me a jet that has been thoroughly wiped down. So the Razor Wing would be carrying the 2 disintegrators as well as all the missiles as well. And then I've just got my 3 Venoms, which are my dedicated troop transport, which will be bringing up all my Cabalite Warriors. So they are open top, so the Cabalites can fire from out top of them. So and they're really, really, really nippy, so they'll be great for getting around the board. Especially with the new board size, like this army being so fast, it's going to be a real challenge for the Orks, I believe. But see what happens.
Up. One thing we did forget to mention in our army overview was our command points we're starting with. So this being I believe it's called an incursion, the new 1,000 point level, you start off with 6 command points. We then both bought in the battalion for 3 command points, so we're down to 3. Because our warlords are in those battalions, we then refund them, so we're starting on 6. Then in terms of dice rolls, we both rolled off. Tom won and one side of the defender, so he chose Ball Edge over here. I'm stuck in this absolute bottleneck. With that, we've then got terrain. So this was one of the things we had to do a bit of fishing in terms of the leagues. So terrain rules that we're using, we have got some Minotaur containers, we've got two craters, 2 big ruins, and then 1 set of ruined walls. So in terms of the examples, ruins, they are counted as area terrain. They've got the scalable, which means you can climb up and down. Breachable, which means infantry, swarms and beasts can run through them like in previous editions. Light cover, which allows models get +1 to its saving throws. And then it's defensible. This is one of the new ones they introduced in Warhammer Community. So what that means is I can say I've got a whole of my boys here in this ruin. They can decide whether they want to be set to hold and ready to defend. Set to hold is you overwatch on the 5-up if you choose to overwatch, or you don't choose to overwatch but you get +1 to hit in the fight phase. So it actually makes defending a building a lot more logical rather than just sitting out in the open. And then finally, obscuring. What this means is we're going to treat these as blocks here. As long as the ruin is at least 5 inches in length, which with most of the new Section Imperialis stuff is a 1 floor, that means that if you're shooting into it, there's no penalty. However, if you're shooting something through it, you cannot, because obviously you can't shoot through buildings. Moving then on to craters, they are once again area terrain. So they're light cover, which is the +1 armor save. And then you've got difficult ground, which now means that you get -1 to all movement ranges. So they provide cover, but it does cost you for your movement. Next we've got armor containers, which are light cover, so if I'm behind the container, I get +1 to armor save. They're scalable, so you can climb up and down. And then exposed position. So if I had some more boys up here, they wouldn't be getting any saves at all because, well, there's nothing to hide behind. And then finally, we've got the ruined walls in Tom's deployment zone. They are classified as obstacles now. They've got the defence line keyword, which, like the old barricade rules, means that you can effectively, you've got a slightly extended range to account for the thickness of the wall. They've got breachable, so you can move through, no problems, and that's just infantry, beasts and swarms. They've got the dense cover rule, which means that as long as it's more than 3 inches in height, enemy units which are shooting through it, or that are being shot at from inside, they suffer a -1 to hit, so it's not as easy to see them, but they're not fully obscuring. Defensible, so like with the runes, you get the hold to set or ready to fight rule. And then unstable position, which stops any sort of cheesy, I'm going to try and bounce a guy on top of there. So those are all the terrain rules we're using. We've got them on hand as well with special post-it notes, so just in case we need to run anything through, we should be all good. Now in terms of mission, as I said, this was the White Dwarf community article, the community article reveal. So this is called Incisive Attack. So there are 4 objectives. There's 2 in the centre, then 1 in each deployment zone. So you don't score on the first turn, you score from the second turn. It was 5 points for at the start of your command phase, the new phase, you score 5 points if you hold 1 objective, another 5 points if you hold 2 or more objectives, and you score an additional 5 points if you hold more objectives than your opponent. So those are going to be the primaries. Secondary-wise, we don't quite know what the secondary is going to be yet, so we've just said, just to make it nice and easy, we're going to have Warlord, First Strike and Linebreaker, each as a separate secondary to score 5 victory points each. And yeah, that's it. So all we now need to do, Tom, is roll off to see who goes first. And there's no season anymore, so this is actually matters.
Oh, so I've rolled a 6.
You rolled a
straight
6.
off the bat.
That's a 5. No.
Cool. So I'll be going first.
Brilliant. We'll move on to Dark Eldar movement phase.
Cool, so end of the movement phase. I've advanced this venom over here, so I am on that point. So basically what I tried to do is get on 3 points to force Harry to have to come at me. Because if I charge in, I'm not going to win that fight. But if he has to come at me, and because I'm so fast, I can jank around him, I can hopefully do some more pain. So I've taken 3 points with my venoms, because they are just stupidly fast. So these two just moved their normal 16, and then I advanced him as well just to get up there. Over here, I have been very horrible because it's still a rule that as long as it has fly, I can do this. So I've moved both my Ravengers up onto the second floor, kept my 2 Archons just below, so they're getting the re-rolls, so they are out of sight and can't get sniped. And I've moved my Razorwing right up into Harry's face, and I'm going to start shooting it. Okay, so starting with shooting, I'm going to put everything from the Razorwing, so it's disintegrator cannons, and I'm going to use shatter field missiles because they're the strength 7 ones, and I get to re-roll the wound to get rid of this front met gun, hopefully.
Yep.
So we're going to start with that. So, what is disintegrators? It is 6 shots because there's 2 of them. Hitting on, I am hitting on 3s at the moment. And that's not too bad. 3 2s, 3 hits. It is strength 5. You are toughness
5,
so force to wound, which we get 1 wound. It is minus minus 3.
Cool, I get my custom force field save.
Yeah.
So that's a 5 pin gun. No.
3, and it's 2 damage.
Okay, so that is down to 4 wounds remaining.
Yeah. And then Shatterfield Missile is assault d6 for shots. I'm getting 5.
Oh god.
That's a good start. Hitting on 3s, which all hit.
That's disgusting.
Strength 7, so it'll be 3s to wound.
Yeah.
But I also get to reroll my wounds.
All wounded.
All wounded, and it is minus 1 damage apiece.
Was that 5?
Yeah.
Cool. 5 pin gun either way. So that's 2 pass and 2 fail.
So you're down to 2 wounds.
How many wounds? No, it's
3. 5, yeah, 3 or 3, so you're down to
1.
1. Oof.
1 easy wound.
Hoping to have popped that, but hey ho, does happen. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to do the Venom. So the Venom will fire its splinter cannons into the mech gun, and then the guys inside, I will only fire the blaster, which will go into the mech gun as well. So I'll start with the blaster, because I'm probably going to end up wasting the rest of the shots, but at least with a blaster. Oh, am I in range with a blaster? It's 18 inches. I might not be in range.
You should be, yeah, because you're over halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, blaster is assault 1.
Yep.
Hit.
Cool.
It is strength 8. Your toughness 5, so 3s.
As a wound.
6 is minus 4, and then d6 damage.
I'll take it on you, bud.
Yeah, I probably would as well.
No, that
Nope.
fails.
And then d6. You take 1 anyway, so yeah, that's
Yeah.
that gone.
Don't believe they explode. Sorry, Tom, could you?
No, I don't believe they did in the...
I think they are a little bit too small. No.
No,
Cool.
no explosions.
That is 1 blob of orcs.
Okay.
There's a nice hole there now.
Yeah, annoyingly I do need to try and get... I know you've only just painted your mechs, but I do need to try and get rid of them.
I would consider it.
So... Cool, so both the Ravengers are in range.
I can definitely see.
Yep, so because they have the exact same profiles, I'm going to fire both Ravengers into your Orc boys. So I'm just going to
they
do...
might be dead.
I'm just going to do it all at once. 2, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. So I get to reroll once to hit and once to wound.
Yep.
Because of my Warlord trait and relic. The joys of Cabal. So these are 3s to hit, rerolling any 1s, which is always a good start, especially when you roll that many 1s. Jesus. Here's the rest. Okay, still some more fails, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, these are strength 5 against toughness 4.
3 to wound then?
3s to wounds. And you take 3, 6, 9, 10 wounds at -3, 2 damage apiece.
I'm not holding within my invuln save. That was one of the things that was clarified. Holding within, every single model has to be within, so that is just 10 Orc boys dead. So 5 and then 10 there. Making sure that I don't accidentally use any to coherency checks, which could happen.
Okay, that'll be the end of my turn because I've got nothing else to fire. There's the one venom advanced, so he won't be shooting this turn, and then this guy at the back's way out of range. So yeah, that's the end of Dark Eldar turn 1.
Cool. I've got some morale to do, so I've lost 10 guys. As long as I don't roll a 6, I'm fine. If that was on a 6 then. That's fine then. That's leadership 13 because of mod rule. Brilliant.
Cool.
Alright then, so start of Orks turn 1. So first things first, at the start of each turn, I regain a command point, so I am up to 5. One of the things I forgot to say during deployment, I have spent 1 CP to leave these 10 grots off the board, just because it would have been an easy first strike point. And actually, I can move them on later, and they can do a fun job. Right then, in terms of movement wise, first thing I did was I got my war boss out, and who is now cowering in the corner. Well, not cowering, moving in the corner of the building. That's because I've advanced both of my Orc boy squads up the board. So this one here rolled a 5, and then the one with the war boss only rolled a 1. What I've had to be really careful about is unit coherency. So with it being them being squads of 11 plus guys, I've got to make sure I'm within 2 inches of at least 2 models. So for this, if we take the one next to the Orc truck, for example, I couldn't go as far as I wanted to because I had to make sure that everyone is nearby. It also means that I am within 6 of the war boss to enact his advance and charge mechanic. In terms of everything else, the big mech stayed where he was, the mech guns stay where they are, the Death Dread waddled up an extra inch, the truck was only able to move 10 inches because normally it moves 12, but the crater slows its movement down by 2. Finally, the Storm Boys have jumped up onto the top of the ruin and are going to Storm Boy strike that Razor Wing. And that's it. So I haven't got a weird boy with me, so we're on to the shooting phase. Right then, so we are starting off with the Storm Boys. They are going to be shooting their sluggers at the Razor Wing because there's absolutely nothing else they're in range of. So I have got 10 shots, hitting on 5s, but you might as well hit on 6s. So
because in this edition, lightning fast does nothing.
Well, no, it does. Just I'm already that bad at ballistic skill. It doesn't matter.
Well, no, because I'm going to go maximum -1 to hit.
Yeah, but say I've got a +1 something like that. It will help out. So I've got 2 hits, but those hits are also Dakadakas, so 2 hits. You said you were tough on 6.
Yep.
So 5s to wound, no wounds.
Okay.
All right then. I will crack on then with the this mech gun here is going to fire off into the closest Ravager.
Okay, so I will now spend 1 CP because Ravagers are not naturally -1 to hit. 2 CP actually. They're lightning fast, so I am down to 5. So that one is -1 to hit.
Cool. The one that's -1 to hit, I have got D3 shots with the Smasher gun. 1 shot. Hitting on a 5. That does hit, and that's a 6, so that means a Daka shot. No. And then toughness 6.
1 sec, I believe they
You're a Dark Elder vehicle, you made a paper.
Yeah, toughness 6.
Toughness 6. So 6 on 2d6. That is a 7. That goes through. That is -4 AP.
So I don't have a invuln save. Oh no, I do have a 5 up invuln save, so I do apologise.
5 of invuln it is then.
So 5 up invuln, which is a 6.
That is a 6, that is a pass.
Oh,
Great.
So it begins.
It does begin. In that case, I will fire the other smasher gun at the other Ravager.
Yep, which I can't make -1 to hit, so you are hitting him as normal.
Yeah. So D3 shots, 2 shots, hitting on 5s. I'm sorry, hitting on 4s because you're not there. So that is 1 hit. Then that is a wound on a 7.
Yep, so 5 up invuln. That's 6. Jesus Christ, people are going to think this is loaded.
Well, that was just easy initiative dice, Tom, so I'm not surprised. Right then, so that's them shot. I'm going to then unload all of the shots from the truck and the mega knobs into the venom.
Okay.
So starting off with the big shooter. So that is 3 shots, hitting on 6s because you're -1 to hit. So nothing there. And then the custom shooters. Once again, nothing there. Though actually that for an orc roll, that's not half bad. Orc Boys advanced. Death Dread doesn't have any weapons. Warboss can't see anything. That is it. So we are going to go onto the charge phase. Right then, into the fun phase. So we start off. My Warboss, because he got out, has the Warg key, Warg special rule, which means that say that in the softest way possible. It's a really soft orc. Which means that friendly clan infantry models within 6 can charge even after they have advanced. So we made sure that during movement they were within 6 of the Warboss, and they are going to go after this venom here.
Okay. And with the current new rules, Overwatch is now going to cost a CP, which I'm not going to do on the venom.
Cool.
But I may do it somewhere else.
That is fun. So it's 2d6 shots, 2d6 inches on charge. An 8 will get them in. So.
Want to measure it? Yeah. No,
happily in. Happily in. So, get around there. So one of the things about engagement range, I have got to be within half an inch of half an inch. So effectively that means that I have got to. I can only fight in 2 ranks on pretty much any base size. So not all my boys will be able to attack anymore, which is sad. However, it is understandable.
Yeah, nothing like an orc boy with like a 2-foot chopper reaching 6 meters into combat and managing to hit something.
Brings a tad of realism back into the game.
Just a smidge. So we will actually charge with the orc truck into the venom as well as I might as well. It's a free roll and there's space. So 5 I don't think will get them in, and they don't.
He doesn't get here. We go.
No, he don't. No, he doesn't. He just gets Daka. That's fine. He can stay there.
Okay.
The Storm Boys are going to go after the Raceway.
I am going to spend a CP here,
That's fair enough.
and so it'll be disintegrate cannons first. And then I will use, on its missile profile, I'll be using the neurotoxin missile, which is more of a troop. So I'll do disintegrates first, so 6s, absolutely nothing. And then disintegrate missiles, or neurotoxin, sorry, are 3d3. Wow.
You're a D3 weapon. I don't know whether that. I assume that's probably going to have the blast keyword in the next
Probably at
phase.
some point.
So even if you'd rolled a 1 there, because I've got 10 models, you would be having you'd have minimum 3.
So 6s there. 3, 4. Wow. Jesus. And then I get to add. So it is a poisoned weapon for Drukhari. Poison weapons usually wound directly on a 4. Against vehicles, always on a 6. But this one has a special rule. where unless I'm not targeting a vehicle, I get +2 to wound. So I'm actually wounding on 2s. Which of course is still roll a 1.
Cool.
So 3 wounds, no minus, so it's just your standard saves.
I get a 5 up save because we can cover actually. Because it's because of the it's called light cover keyword. So 5 ups, 1 survive, 2 die, which is absolutely fine by me. I'm just thinking about coherency. So we will then go for a flying keyword. Pretty sure it ignores the movement penalty. So for charging, so I will here we go that 1 because it can always go better. It just about did on a 2 on a 6.
Yes, but also no.
So
I feel I'm going to lose a venom and a razor wing.
your Dark Elves, you enjoy the carnage anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's always better when it's you causing the carnage.
Oh no, don't slice me open. No.
Cool. That's that squad done. And then to fight to sort of end the job.
There. This is my Dark Eldar square.
God. Last boys mob will charge that venom. You've already used Overwatch this turn, so it is just a flat roll. On a 9, they are getting in.
You should get one of them.
What from the
Is it
poker
like
tables?
from the poker tables? Yeah. I love how you just instantly knew that was the reference.
Well, you guys always say the same thing about my guard infantry, so...
Yeah, true. I thought you were going to use the apocalypse trays.
Well, the apocalypse trays, I've got the 25mm ones from a guardsman, but I haven't actually got any 32s.
Oh, sorry, yeah, these are bigger.
Sad times in Orkland, because not all of these are going to be able to charge, going to attack in combat. Well, I can pile it in, but that's that. So we shall move on into the charge phase straight away. Then, so I don't think, Tom, you're going to want to intervene into CP. So we will start off with this boys mob and work our way down just for easy life. So get my 3-inch pile in, so I can wrap around even more.
Although you've got to be careful because if you're already in base contact.
Yes, that's true actually.
No, I mean it's a learning game. It's a learning game.
Call it over exuberance for the fight.
Yeah, no. It doesn't make. Honestly, it wouldn't have made a difference if you had remembered.
Actually, we'll start off with the
claw.
With the big chopper,
big
because
chopper.
actually that does make something. So it's strength. So 3 attacks in there, hitting on freeze. So 1 hit. It's strength 7, your toughness 6, so freeze to wound. That does wound. It's AP -1.
AP -1. So my invuln is only against shooting attacks.
Cool.
You say it's -1.
-1.
So it's a 5-up normal save, which fails.
D3 damage. 2. Cool.
2. Because I am Cabal of the Black Heart, my vehicles get a feel no pain. So I'm at 6+, I ignore it. So I ignore 1. So I am down 2, 5 wounds.
13. So this guy here, in the old rules would have been able to do it. They can't anymore, so that's going to be 13 times 3, that's going to be 39 attacks. So we'll do
Quick maths.
6,
Yeah, me
9,
like, yeah, I've still got 5
12,
wounds.
13. I will do 3 lots of 13 just freeze. So hitting on freeze and 6s because I'm goths do additional attacks. And then 5s to wound. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds so far.
Any minus?
No minus.
So 4 ups. It was 4, wasn't it?
4.
So 3 goes through, 6 ups, still 3 go through, so he's down to 2.
Cool. Second lot. So that is 1 additional hit. Well, 1 additional attack. Yep. And then 5s. So that is 3 more wounds, please. Oh, sorry, 4 more wounds.
2 goes through, 2 goes through. So he has now got no wounds. He does explode on a 6.
Yep.
So, but everyone, so he doesn't explode.
Cool.
And then 5 guys inside all survive.
No, we don't, Tom.
No.
There's a 1 there.
Oh yeah.
It's been a long 3 months.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Right then, next on to the Storm Boys. So we're starting off with the Nob with Power Claw. He is hitting on 4s because it's minus 1 to hit. So that is 2 hits, but 6s do additional attacks with Goth, so that is 2 hits. Freeze to wound, probably.
Yeah, because I'm only toughness 6.
Yeah, freeze to wound. No, neither of those wounds. That's a shame. We'll leave it. So there should be 7 there. So 7 times by 3 because they've got Slugger and Chopper. That's 21. 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 21 Chopper and Slugger attacks. That's really not that good. That's really actually quite poor. That's shocking. 5 to wound. That's a bit better. That's 5 wounds, please.
Okay, 5. Any minus?
No minus.
Nope. So 5 4 ups. So I saved 2. 3 go through.
With you feel no pains.
Oh yeah, feel no pain on top.
1
1 go through. So I am down to 9 wounds.
And then we will do a pile in with this lot here. So he goes around to there. So yeah, piled in with the orc boys here. The main thing to look at is actually with the old rules, these 4 here probably would have been able to get in range, but now we've just got this Bandit 2. He won't be able to get in range either. Actually, it's that a lot more stringent with what can and what can't. So once again, we will start with the Nob with the Big Chopper. So he's got his 3 attacks, plus 1 because there's more than 20 of them. So 4 attacks, hitting on 3s and 6s do additional attacks. Cool. That is 4 hits, and then freeze to wound. That's only 1. So 1 wound at minus 1 then, please, Tom.
So 5 up, goes through.
D3.
D3.
Just the 1.
Just the 1. 6 up, goes through. So he's down to 5.
18 times by 4. That's a lot.
72.
It is a lot of attacks.
Do you want to do it in 20s?
I'm thinking we'll do it in.
Do it in 20s.
Sure, we'll do it in 16s just because.
Okay.
So 16. Then there's 1, 2, 3 there. And 5s to wound, that's 2, 4 wounds so far.
And 3 feel no pains. Down to 2.
Cool. Second 16. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 there. 5s to wound. That's much better. That's 7 wounds in total then, please. That's very good.
Okay. Jesus. Oh my god!
1 wound.
1 room remaining.
Second lot of 16.
Third lot.
Third lot, sorry.
I mean,
It's been a long day.
it's gonna die, but
They all hit. Oh god, that's 1, 2. That's another 6 wounds then, please.
Was there any minus to that?
No minus.
So 1 goes through.
1 goes through. That's all it takes.
6 up.
Oh god.
so that's 48 shots hit so far. So
And
you've
then-
got 16. Will take you up to 64, and then you've got 8 more after that.
Right, let's do this properly.
Yeah, actually, try now, Harry.
So 6s. They all hit. And then 5 to wound. 4 more wounds, please.
Oh.
Does it blow up?
Does it blow up? No.
Ah.
But because I can't get out,
Do you want to spend, I believe it's 1 CP for emergency disembarkation, the new one?
Also, you can get out. You've got the
Yes, but you have to be within...
yeah. It's
Within three, but-
within 3 inches is going to give you this much space, and then you can come out and go around the corner like that.
What we'll do is we'll measure up and come back if it doesn't work.
So all those edges you can tuck around the orcs.
yeah. I'll do the 5. All fine?
That's what the 6 is fine.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm about to say at the end. So that's the end
Is
of
there
our
a-
assault phase.
Is there a consolidation?
There will be a consolidation. However, I'm going to. I will. He was back there because I just took him out of there. Other than that, I'm going to stay where I am because actually, I'm in coherency with all my units. So I'm just going to leave it there. Tom, you are going to have to do a morale check on your one that blew up. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Cool. That is the end of turn.
Orc turn 1. Okay, so in my command phase, I regained 1 CP, so I'm up to 5. In terms of movement, I've kind of thrown it to the wind and just been like, alright, let's just go all in and see what happens. I've disembarked, moved my venom up here, because if it blows up, it's not the end of the world. I've left these Cabalite warriors facing down the 2 big packs of boys, just to try and pick a couple off before they get raided. Also moved all my Ravengers up, so it's in the middle, just so it has better field of fire and everything. And in Harry's corner, I've dropped my Scourges. Very scary pack of Haywire is about to get unleashed. So we're going to move into my shooting and see how much damage I can do. Okay, so also we've got to go through victory points. It has changed. So I'm currently on 20 victory points, not 210.
That's it. I've got a long hill to climb there.
Because I hold this objective at the beginning of my command phase, and I got First Strike, which we're using as a secondary at the moment. In terms of shooting, I'm going to start with my Scourges, because the Death Dread does have the vehicle keyword.
It does have the vehicle keyword. The mech guns also have the vehicle keyword.
Yep, I'm going after the Death Dread.
That's fair enough.
So I'm going to fire 4 haywire blasts at it, blasters, which are assault D3 each. So 4 assault D3s for not too shabby a roll. So that's 2 groups of 3 and 1.
This is where I need armor contempt or something.
Yeah. So then they're hitting on a 3. Which isn't too bad. Couple of fails. But now this is where it gets interesting. Because the way Haywire works against vehicles, on a 4+, it's a mortal wound. On 6+, it's D3 mortal wounds.
Cool.
But I am only strength 4, and your toughness 7, so it'd be 5s normally anyway. So I need a
4s, 5s, and 6s are what you're looking for.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 5s, so that's 2 mortal wounds. And then those are all fails, and there's 1 D3.
So there are 3 regular wounds that I will do straight away. Are they AP minus anything?
They are -1.
Cool. 4 up saves. So takes 2 wounds.
Okay.
So we're down to 6.
And then the D3 is 1, so you got 3 mortal wounds on top.
Cool. So I'm down to 3 wounds remaining.
Okay, now my Razor Wing is going to pump its disintegrator cannons over into this pack of boys.
Yep.
And it's going to fire Shatterfield missiles at the Death Dread.
Yep. You don't have Death Dread, do you?
No, you're big and scary. So I'll do the Shatterfield
It's got
missile
googly
first.
eyes on.
Yeah. So 2 shots, hitting on 3s. 1 miss, 1 hit. And then wounds is -2. Shatterfield is -1.
-1. 4 up. That is a 6.
So he's fine.
And
then
the aerial imperial assault dice.
and then 6 disintegrator shots. 3 hits. And then 3 to wound for 2 wounds at -3. 2 damage apiece on the boys.
That's 3 dead.
Yep.
And we'll do that lot there.
And then the Cabalite Warriors in front of them, I'm going to fire the splinter rifles and the blaster into it. So I'll do the splinter rifles first.
Yep.
Which is 3 shots, hitting on 3s, 1 hit, wounding on 4s, nothing.
Okay.
And the blaster is assault 1. Hits, it is strength 7.
3 swing.
Wounds
It's a
is
dead
-4.
boy.
Yeah, it's just 1 dead guy. And then the same again over here. So 4 boys and 1 blaster. So 4 hits, 3 wounds and no minus on the poison.
Cool. 3 wounds. That is 3 dead orc boys.
And then blaster misses. Okay, and then this Ravager is going to fire into these boys.
Yep.
So all the disintegrators. So 9 shots. Reroll 1s to hit. 2s are a fail. And then 3s to wound, rerolling 1s again. If I could roll on the table. So reroll the 1s. So that is 5 and -3 to damage apiece.
That is 9 dead orcs.
9 dead. And then this Ravager is going to do the same and just try and finish these boys off.
Yep. Makes sense.
But I don't get any rerolls on this one, which apparently I don't need. And then 3 to wound. That is another 3, 6 guys dead.
1, 2, 3. It's just a knob.
So my Venom over here is going to fire into this 1 knob. 1 hit. 1 wound, no minus.
Cool. I get a 6 up save. That is a save.
What is going on today? Okay, then just these guys. So 4 splinter rifles.
Where are they going into?
These Ork boys, sorry.
Those boys. Yep.
So all hit, pulse the wound, 3 wounds, no minus.
3 wounds, no minus. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay. And then blaster.
Tom, it seems too compared that game.
Wounds.
Cool. That is,
Yeah.
no, I don't get a save on that.
1 dead dude.
Cool. That is 4 dead orcs.
Okay, into charges.
Mm-hmm.
My venom is going into your storm boys.
Yep.
Are you going to CPO watch?
Nope.
Nope.
It's not worth it at the best of times. You fail actually.
These guys into your
I'm not gonna bother.
knob. Yeah, they definitely make it.
Cool.
And then these 5 guys into those big pack of nabs.
I was really tempted to. I'm not gonna.
So they're all. So they'll just go straight in. He's going to be a bit too horny. All puns intended.
Oh god. Perfect.
Okay, in terms of attack.
Do you want your scourges in?
No.
You sure you don't want to fight with Death Dread?
No.
Or the Big Mac?
I'm alright. I'm okay. I'd rather just shoot it. Yeah, so attacks. 4 attacks. 1 hit.
Cool.
Strength 3, toughness 4. So 5s. Nothing.
Cool. I get 3 attacks.
Sorry. Do we alternate now?
Oh no, sorry. Charges
Yeah.
go through.
So those 5. 3 hits. Do I hit them? Oh, I hit them 3s. They're all hit. Another 5s to wound. 2, no minus.
Success. 1 save, 1 fails.
Woo!
5 there. Cool.
Now here comes the pain.
Cool. We'll leave the knob till last because I want something special to happen to him. So we get my 3-inch pallet. Funk. I can't move anything else. So they're just gonna make sure they're in coherency. So we'll start off with the knob. So he's got 4 attacks because there's still 20 of them in the group. Those all 4 hits. Toughness 3, aren't you?
Yeah.
Choose to wound. There's 2 1s there. That's a proper Harry roll. That's 2 at -1 then, please.
So 2 dead.
Cool. Oh, you're feeling the pain rolls, won't you?
Yeah.
So it's D3 damage.
Oh, D3, sorry.
So first one is 3. And
Nope.
second one is 2.
Yep, still dies.
Cool.
So it's 2 dead. Yeah, it's ping 2. I'll ping 2 up in a second.
6, 8, 10, 11 times 4. That's 44 attacks. So 3, 4, 5. Wow.
Nothing.
All the attacks of the Orc boys. That's all it is. It's all the attacks. So first round of 5. That was fail. 1 additional attack.
Was it 2 dead from over here, sorry?
I haven't
Oh, no.
attacked them yet. And freeze. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 in total then, please, Tom. Oh, where have you gone?
I'm here. Sorry.
Yeah.
3, 6, 9. Any minus to it?
No minus.
So 2 pass, they're all fails. And then how many damage? One
One
damage.
damage pop.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Right then, it just now leaves a really stubborn knob.
He's just over there sorting his models out.
God. That's just uncalled for. That is 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, and 6 do additional attacks. 1 attack. Does wound, -1.
And fail.
Cool.
How many damage?
D3 damage. 2.
Oh, so close.
That's a Gary.
Yeah.
That's gonna be his new name now. Gary.
Gary.
Cool. That is it then. So on to morale. Mob rule will sort them out. You then alternate. So you lost 1 guy from your incoming squad.
Nope. So 6. Whoa.
So
7.
7 or 6.
They are Eldar in mine.
It might be slightly cowardly.
Leadership 7.
Leadership 7, you're fine then. And then I'm going to spend 2 command points, so bring me down to 3, to also pass Gary.
Okay, so unfortunately Tom has had to rush off to deal with something personal, so I'm going to be taking over for his Dark Eldar. So what we're going to do is we're going to show off as many of the new features as possible, so we're going to continue to do so, and we'll be back in a moment to let Harry go through his movement phase.
Before we move on to the movement, starting off with the command phase, I'm going from 3 command points to 4, and then I have scored 5 victory points for holding 1 objective. I then score another 5 victory points for holding a second objective. I don't get the third 5 to hold more than my opponent, because Tom held this objective in his command phase, and obviously those ones are still there. So I have gone from 15 to 25 points.
And so yeah, just to reaffirm, these guys, even though they've moved off of this objective, this is now Harry's objective until unless I'm able to grab it.
Incisive attack, key sort of special part of the mission. It's effectively like, say you're playing Domination in Call of Duty. You don't have to constantly sit on that objective. You can take the objective and then you can carry on going. Which, especially with a smaller points game, you can't afford to have a quarter of your army stood on objectives. It means it's much more aggressive. You can carry on, which is brilliant.
It's aggressive and mobile. It's giving you more options and making it more strategic as the turns go on.
Definitely. So starting off then, my Storm Boys decided to jump over and hopefully go and take on the Archons. The Ork Boys here have captured that objective, and now they're just going to plough on into that unfortunate group of Dark Eldar. The Warboss has smashed through the wall like an absolute unit, and is going to probably take on one of those, either the Ravager or the Venom. The Meganobs also also got out of their truck and have plodded out onto the objective, probably with aims to charge something big and nasty. The Death Dread also waddled up as well, probably going to try and take on either the Venom or the Ravager. And then the mech with the old rules was here. Yes, with the character keyword, he would have been within 3 inches of a friendly model, in this case a vehicle. However, he's closer to the Scourges than the mech gun, so he's had to shuffle around a bit to make sure that the mech gun is the closest unit.
And that's called Lookout Sir, isn't it?
Yes, that's new lookout sir rules.
Cool.
And that's it. So we my strategic reserves, I've decided not to bring the grots in just yet. So turn 2, they can only come on your home battlefield edge. At the moment there isn't really any benefit to bring them on just yet because that objective is nicely capped. I might wait and see if I can get sneaky little plucky things to go sit on an objective or at least join the table, maybe even in Tom's old deployment zone and grab a cheeky line breaker point. So with all the movement done, we're now on to shooting. Okay, then. So we've got slugger shots here from this boys squad are going to go into those Cavalite warriors. So hitting on 5s and 6 additional hits because of Daka Daka. Additional hit. Okay. 3's to wound because they're toughness 3. That is 3 wounds. I believe they are 4 saves.
No, they're 5 up saves. Yeah, sorry, I thought you were looking at your book.
No.
3 go through, feel no pains. 1 is left from those 3.
Yeah.
So, what I will say at this point is unit cohesion is interesting now. So,
you'll be absolutely fine in that case.
Oh, of course.
You're less than 5.
All right, I'll chop that out then. Okay, 3.
Right then. Next up, we're going to have Gary the Knob. He's going to chuck a slugger into these Cavalite warriors. So 1 shot hitting on a 5. That is a 6, so that's an additional shot. No, wounds on the 3. Does wound.
That's firing a pistol, is it?
Yeah, firing pistol.
That is a fail. And they get a sexy save. No, they do not.
Do that.
There's 1 more taken from over there.
Mm-hmm. The war boss is then going to fire his custom shooter into the Ravager.
Okay.
So 4 shots hitting on 5s. 1 additional Daka Daka. So that's 2 hits. 5s to wound. No wounds. We're then going to do we'll do all the Storm Boys as well. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 slugger shots once again into the Ravager. Additional Daka Daka, so that's 2 hits. 5s to wound. Nope, no wounds. We'll then do the custom shooters from the Megnobs also into the Ravager. So that's 2 Daka Dakas, so 3 hits in total. And then no wounds because it's strength 4 and toughness 6. Finally, we will do the not heavy stubber, big shooter from the truck into the Venom. So that is -1 to hit, so hitting on 6s. Nothing. Cool. We will then go for these 2 mech guns. This mech gun here is going to go into the File Ravager up there.
So I reckon I use the -1 to hit.
Yeah, -1 to hit, so that
So
is
that'd
lightning
be-
fast reactions.
Yeah, lightning fast reactions down to 3 CP there on the Ravager. So yeah.
And then we are going for D3 shots with the Smasher gun.
Big
3
3.
hitting on 5s this time, but 6s do Daka Daka.
Oh,
2 hits.
that's about as lucky as I could really get with that.
That wounds. And the second one, 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, done 6. So those.
So
both
does a
go
matching D6 also 2D6 also
through. So
wound?
it's roll 2 dice.
Yeah.
And if that number
Is
added up
equal
is
to
equal or greater.
equal or greater. Okay, cool. All right.
I'm pretty sure it's equal or greater.
Nope, that's fine. So that's 2, right?
2 of them at -4. You get your 5 up in, I believe.
On the Venom. No, it's a Ravager,
On the
isn't
Ravager.
it? Yeah, they have Knight Shields. So 5 up invulnerable. Nope. And then damage.
Did both of those go through?
Yeah.
Cool. They're 2d6 damage.
Wow. So
I'm going to spend a CP, so I'm down to 3
Okay.
on re-rolling that one into a 2. Great.
Okay,
So
so I get 8 sexy saves. So I save one of them, so 7 wounds goes through.
Cool.
Onto this Ravager.
That top Ravager up there.
Oh, did I do a +1 save for being, or was that just infantry?
I believe it's just infantry.
Okay, well, let's double check actually, because this is a
let's double
tutorial
check,
one.
'cause it is-
We are
meant to do this
trying
properly.
to do this as properly
So
as possible.
Light cover is +1 to saving throws, not including invuln saves. So
So because it was been on the invuln save anyway. Okay, excellent. So that's now down to 3 wounds left. I'll mark
and
that up in a
we'll try the
second.
other mech gun then. So D3 shots again. 2 shots.
So it's -1 to hit still.
Yep, hitting on 5s. One
Ah,
hit
Daka
with
Daka.
Daka. That's 2 hits. So first one, second one
No.
fails, but 1 does go through. So you
So again, it's 5 up.
yep, 5 in them.
1 5 up. Ooh. Okay, dealing with new technology here, and then sexy saves once you've rolled the
D6
D6.
1
Just
there.
the 1. And yes, so that 1 does go through. So I have 2 wounds left on this Ravager.
Yep.
What else? I think shot.
Everything
now?
else is shot, so we're going to go on into charging.
On into the charge phase.
Right then, so starting off with charges, this mob of Orc boys are going to go into the poor Dark Eldar Cavalite warriors over there. So on a 7, that should get them in. Yeah, gets them in. Perfect. So that's then passed. I'll move that big blob in a sec, just because I'm going to keep distance. What I will then do is I am going to charge the Storm Boys here against the Archon here. Okay, so I'm going to try and showcase some of the new engagement ranges. So on 12, they're definitely going in. I'll move them in a sec. And what I'm then going to do is once again try and showcase the downsides for charging. These Meganobs here are going to charge this Ravager as well as this Ravager up here. Okay, so on a 5, because that doesn't get them within engagement range of that Ravager up top, that means they fail. So I can't make the move. Even though I've successfully made it into this one, I still failed the charge because I didn't get to all targets.
I think that's one of the biggest changes to especially competitive play that's going to come out of this move to 9th edition.
Just regular play.
Yeah, but I mean, I just think that's... I'm not going to say it was an abused rule, but let's just say that it was certainly exploited for all of its worth. So, yeah, that's a big rule change there. What else are you thinking of charging?
I'm going to charge the Death Dread. Sorry, is going to go into the
Venom. Excellent. No Overwatch.
That's fine. 4
Does not make a 4.
I realise I could have earwigoed that look there, but just for sake of illustrating, that's perfect. And I will earwigo both of those actually.
That should be in
So
7
they're
inches
fine.
in.
And then finally, the War Boss is going to go into the Ravager. Are you going to Overwatch?
No, I'm not going to Overwatch. So, yeah, you crack on.
Okay. That on a 6 -2 because I'm going into a crater gives me a 4, which does get me within base space.
Excellent. So we'll catch you all back in the fight phase, just because
I need to do a lot of movement.
Young Harry here's got to do a lot of movement, so we'll be back shortly.
Right then, on to the best phase of all for Orks, the combat phase. So starting off, I'm going to start off with the Death Dread. So he's got 2 attacks base. He then gets 2 attacks for his 2 Dread Claws, and then 2 attacks for his Dread Swords. So in total, I'm going to make, so of those 6 attacks, 4 of them are going to be with the Dread Claws, and then 2 with the Dread Swords. So 4 attacks, hitting on freeze. Cool. And wounding, are you on toughness 5?
Toughness 5.
Cool, I'm wounding on 2s. That is 3 that go through.
What save?
It's minus 3 AP, and you don't get an invulning.
Yeah, I do 5 with invulnerable save.
Yep, you get an invuln, yep.
So that's 1 saved, and then damage.
That is flat 3 damage apiece.
Flat 3, so sexy saves. I get 1. So this is now down to
1 wound.
1 wound left. So you've got 2 more attacks.
Yep, 2 attacks with the
the
Dread Swords. 6s do additional attacks with Goths. No. Does wound. Minus 2 AP. So you get a 6.
Yeah, so that'll still be a 5 up.
5 up, yeah.
And he saves.
All good.
Death Dread. Nearly
one-shotting
the venom. So I'll just put a little wound marker down. Right, what are we going for next, fella?
We will then go for the War Boss.
War Boss.
So normally,
what's your War Boss actually called?
Haven't actually got him a name.
No. Okay, he's got to earn a name.
He's got an earn name.
Beginning of 9th edition. He's got to earn a name. Yes. So what's he attacking with?
So he's going to be attacking with the Killer Claw. So he gets 4 attacks base, plus 1 for the biggest boss trait. So he is hitting on 2s at strength 12. So hitting on 2s re-rolling.
Yeah, I think he's done it.
That's a really weird roll.
That is an excellent, consistent roll, Harry.
It's not 6s though.
It's not 6s.
Attacks.
Yes, that is true, but I think 5 will be enough.
Re-roll wounds with the Killer Claw. So what toughness are you?
Oh, it'll be 2s to wound.
2s to wound.
But you got
Okay.
3s anyway, so
That is 5.
5 ups,
And minus 3, so yeah, 5 invulns.
followed by sexy saves. So I save
1.
1.
That is 16 damage. Because it's flat 4 damage a pop.
I'm going to defiantly roll 16 6s. I think this is astronomically unlikely.
Yeah, but have you seen Tom's dice rolls?
I mean,
It's not bad.
I got a few 6s. I got about average, but yes. The Ravager has been taken down, and it does get explosions. So, can this be the 6? Ooh, it winked at me, but it
that
is
was a shame because I
4.
would like to explode. And
There's nothing inside, so I'm just going to remove him from play.
cool. I'm then going to consolidate my 3 inches to bear.
Okay.
We will then move on to the Orc boys. So, sorry, Sam. Thank you. So we are then going to. Okie doke, then. So, not actually that many are going to attack. So 2, 4, only 6 get to attack from the mob.
Okay. Just making sure you are a meter away at all times.
Cool. So hitting on 3s and 6s do additional attacks.
That is a lot of 6s.
That is a hell of a lot of 6s.
It's not quite 16. You knocked one of them over. That one there.
Yeah,
you
that
knocked
was.
it.
Yeah.
That was a hit. Just was
Yeah.
knocked over.
So that's 2.
I mean, like it matters.
7.
I think they're dead.
Possibly. And wounding on freeze. Cool, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 saves. There's a fair few favours in there.
Yeah, now I need 12 sexy sixes.
Yep.
Again,
Not bad.
not bad, not enough.
Nope.
So you are dead.
Mm-hmm.
Something like this.
And then finally we move on to the Archon. Now, nice thing about engagement range is you have to be within an inch of a model, and an inch horizontally and 5 inches vertically. So the distance from ground floor to first floor is 5 inches with the Citadel ruins. So nice and easily. That means that those orc boys there get to fight. So there is 8 of them there, isn't there?
Yeah, and then with the half an inch rule, so that's half an inch in.
Yeah.
So this boy in the corner for those two, and then he gets the up 5 inches, and then he's technically in contact with the Archon.
21. Happy days. So we will start off, and we're going to declare all the attacks into the Archon, and we're going to start off with all the choppers first. So hitting on freeze. So let's do additional attacks. And then wounding on freeze. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 shadow field saves.
Yeah, well, I'll roll these one at a time, because as soon as that fails, then it's down.
Oh dear.
I mean, I'm just going to CP reroll that.
Yeah. Can you CP reroll it actually? I don't know whether you can. So Archon. So Shadow Field. This one has a 2 of him save which cannot be rerolled for any reason.
Oh, is it cannot? Alright, so the rest are now 5 ups, I think.
Yeah,
it's
so you lost 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds.
9 wounds. You've got 5 wounds, but don't forget you feel no pain.
Sexy sixes. Nope.
Not quite.
Not quite enough. So my Archon is now
That's not the Warlord one though. So
dead. So he is out of the game.
Yep. Perfect.
So now we move on to ongoing combats. So a change from 8th edition.
Yep.
So I actually get to attack first with the Cabalite warriors. So I'm just going to double check all
You
of
get 3
their...
attacks there.
Yeah, 3 attacks.
Yeah, because you've got Sergeant.
So that is hitting on a 3.
Yep.
And no rerolls. Wounding on a 5 because it's toughness
Four.
something. So 5.
6 up save. Ooh, not quite.
Right. So takes a wound.
Does take a wound, so he's down to 1. And then I have 3 attacks in total. So hitting on freeze, 6 is 2 additional attacks. 2 hits. Choose to wound. 2 at -1, please.
So this will be 6s followed by 6s. Yep, one
One
saved.
D3, 1 wound.
No, so 1 more is dead.
So
Now, interesting. Well, we'll get on to that in the next phase, actually. So, is there? That's it. That is Orks.
That is it.
That is Orks turn
2.
Turn 2. Oh my lord. So turn 2. Again, we literally were talking about this at the beginning of the turn, but we'll sort of recap. Turn 2, Orks have managed to get all this way up the board. And
It's interesting.
it's pretty insane.
It makes the board sizes make it a shooting gallery for a very good ranged opponent. However, if you can get up in their face, there is nowhere to run.
Yeah, it's one thing with the Dark Eldar having the speed and manoeuvrability, but ultimately, once the Orcs start to spread out, there's not, you can't really move from one spot to another spot because everywhere is a hot spot. Okay, so that's the end of Orcs turn 2. We'll catch you back. Okay, so Dark Eldar movement phase has just finished for turn 3. The command phase, I gave myself an extra CP, which, I'll see how useful anything's going to be at this point. And then I also go up 5 points because even though there is just one Cabalite warrior, he is just within 3. None of these are troop choices, and his knob leader is out of range. So going on to movement now, the Archon is he hasn't really got anywhere to go, so he is just going to chill.
I think it's probably safest.
He's waiting for someone to web way in to pick him up, hopefully. We'll see. 14-inch movement, was able to just get this Ravager on top of this point over there. I don't score anything this turn, but perhaps, we'll see Orc turns 3.
I can't actually see with mech guns, so...
The Venom is just pulled out of combat. He's got a tidy inch all the way around base-to-base contact, which means he can't shoot now, so that's a big change. Flyer has pulled out, but he now cannot shoot into combat. This chap is still in. The Scourges are now pushing forward.
Once again, they're also on the objective.
Yes, so they're now on the objective. They outnumber the amount of enemy units, whilst...
Because there's technically only 3 enemy units there. There's 2 mech guns on the mech. These don't actually count towards anything other than sort of looking pretty.
Yeah, they're canonical models now. And you'll notice a big gap over here, looking left and right. Where is it? Well, it's actually gone off the board. So what you can do with flyers is you can fly them off for a turn and then bring them back on as if you kept them in reserve from the beginning of the game. But we'll go on to that if I manage to get onto Dark Eldar turn 4. So I'll just have a look at what my options are for shooting and I'll get back to you shortly. Okay, so moving on to the shooting phase now. The only things that can actually shoot are the Scourges over there and this Ravager here. So he is going to fire his... let's have a quick look. 3 Dark Lances.
No, the 3 disintegrators.
Oh, is it? Did you swap them out? Okay.
So disintegrators.
3 disintegrator cannons into the Death Dread. So that'll be Assault 3 hitting on. Still on top bracket, so hitting on 3s. So that'll be 2 hits.
So with the so you get 3 shots. So assault 3, so you've got 9 shots with the 3 disintegrators.
Of course. My apologies. I haven't played Dark Eldar in many a time. Sorry. So that's 2 plus 4. So I've got 6 hits. Toughness of a Dread?
Toughness 7.
Toughness 7. So this is going to be 5s. So that's 2 wounds.
Yeah.
AP. I should have actually declared all the guns into the Dread. AP minus 3.
So 2 6-up saves. If I save one, he lives. If I fail them both, he dies. No, he fails.
So, Death Dread.
Does he blow up?
Does he blow up?
Oh, no, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Okay, so now we're just onto the Scourges. So I'm just going to get their weapons up. So, this is Assault D3 Haywire Blasters. So I'll get through to the funky rules in a minute, because that's all on the wound roll. So it's 3 ups, and it's 15 shots. So they're all going to go into the truck. Perhaps I can also get that to blow up. Not really sure what the benefit of that would be at this point, but hey ho. So 3s. Wow. So that fails, that was a 5. So that is 8, 9 hits. So if the target is a vehicle and you roll a wound roll of a 4+ for this weapon. Oh yes, mortal wounds, and then 6s is D3 mortal wounds. Yeah. So 4s. So that is 5 mortal wounds. Well, that's 7 hits. So do you want to resolve those first?
Yep. So
AP -1.
Okay.
1 damage.
So he's taking 2, 4. 4. So he's down to 6 wounds remaining.
So he's dead. So he's got 7 mortal wounds minimum.
Nope.
He does not explode. Okay, so that's the truck taken out. And that is actually it for shooting orcs. Sorry, Dark Eldar. We've only got 1 combat, so I will not be doing... Harry's right. Okay, I shall charge the Scourges into...
Mechans?
Yeah, you can't get that many 6s, can you?
I'm on Overwatch.
Of course, yes, you have to choose whether to Overwatch. Okay, the Scourges are going to charge into all 3 units there.
Cool, roll 2 dice and see how far they go.
Okay. 4 inches. I mean, they're in. So Harry's very kindly going to mop those up. Okay. So, first time charge. They are armed with nothing melee-y.
Because they've all got the Haywire Blasters.
They've all got the Haywire Blasters. So, base stats is 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. So, not terrible. That's actually the perfect
right.
1 to 6.
Perfect.
Exactly average.
Is this going into the big mech, sorry?
I do apologise, it is going into big mech.
That's
Strength
fine.
3, toughness 4, so 5s.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's a tough. Yeah, so 1 wound, and he's got 4 abnormal, yeah.
Because he's got heavy armour on. That's 5.
Okay. So if you want to attack back with whatever you can over there.
So the big mech with the custom force field has got 3 attacks. So hitting on 3s and 6s do additional attacks. So they all hit. And only 1 wound.
Uno wundo. They fail. Yeah, that's a fail.
And then the mech guns themselves.
No. So what? 1 takes 1 wound.
Yeah, 1 wound. You get feel no pain as well.
Oh yeah, sexy save. No, so 1 is dead so far.
2 hits because they're because they're Gretchen, not clan infantry. They don't get V6s and give you additional attacks in combat. No wounds.
Okay.
I believe.
So 1's dead.
2, that's fine.
Now we go on to ongoing combats. So we've got.
I now get to hit you with the knob.
You do get to hit me with your knob. Please roll.
Got 3 attacks. Freeze. 1 hit. Choose. That is a wound at -1 AP.
So this is a
5 up.
5 up save. No, -1 is a 6 up.
Thieves 3. That's 3 wounds.
3 6s. It's been done before.
And you got 3 5s.
3 5s.
Ooh.
As previously discussed, awkwardly consistent roll. So he is now,
Gone.
and with a consolidation move,
Because it would be towards the closest.
it will be towards the closest enemy unit. Harry now is on top of the objective.
Yep.
So that is it. Morale is fine. They've got leadership 7, so there's no way they can fail.
Yep.
And everything else is what we see on the board.
Alright then, so end of turn 3 for the Orks. Megnobs have decided to join their war boss in taking out the Ravager. The lone knob on here will probably try and finish off the last wound on this Venom. I've kept the mech guns in combat because I'm going to try and show off the big guns never tire rule in the shooting phase. The Orc boys have just run off. They've obviously seen something further down the line, and they're also grabbing line breaker for me. And then finally, we've got the Storm boys who are off to go bash another Archon's head in. Last thing to do for a turn is I am going to bring on my strategic reserves. So what I'm thinking at the moment is I'm going to bring. So I've got to bring them 6 inches, maximum of 6 inches on, but more than 9 inches away. So I'm thinking if I grab my grots about here-ish, or I've got a sneaky idea.
So what we're saying about victory points and obviously beginning of the turn.
Yes, so that's a fair point. So start of the turn, I gain a CP, so I'm back up to 4 again. I get 5 victory points for capping objective. I get another 5 for capping at least 2 objectives. So I'm on 35 points to your 25.
That is correctamundo.
Okay, so the grots have appeared, probably quite rightly. They are waiting till later to get on because they can. So with strategic reserves, turn 1 they can't come on. Turn 2 is board edge. Turn 3, as far as I'm aware, is side edges other than your opponent's deployment zone, and then turn 4 onwards it's anywhere in your opponent's deployment zone apart from your rear edge. Right then, so that's movement done in strategic reserves. Now on to shooting. Right then, shots wise, we're going to have all of the Storm boys here, so that's 2, 4, 6 of them are going to shoot into the Archon. So hitting on 5s and 6s to additional hits. That's a cracking shot. Fun thing, in Orks they're incredibly well disciplined and shots really show. You are strength 4, you are toughness 3, so that is 4 wounds.
So 2 up until it fails. 5 ups. So it actually makes those.
But he's down.
But now, I'm down onto a normal 5 up save. So now we're on to what?
We will do the 8 shots from the Megnobs here into the Ravager.
Okay.
Nothing. And then the 4 shots from the Warboss into the Ravager. 2 hits. 5 to wound. 2 wounds. Loves it. Brilliant. Now it's time to show off the big guns never tire rule. So what that means is that vehicles can shoot into combat. They can target models if they're within engagement range. Now, if I want to be really, really risky, I could try and kill all of these scourges with this mech gun and the big mech's slugger, and then see if I've got enough dead to be able to shoot at one of the vehicles.
Now, because we're not sure
Whether
which
or not
one's
it
a
has
last keyword, we're
I
gonna.
don't know whether it is.
Yeah,
So,
for the sake of this, again, to show off as many rules as we can, we're going to assume it doesn't, but I think it will.
it probably will.
But we don't know yet.
Yeah. So D3 shots at the scourges. 2 shots. Hitting on 4s. No, hitting on 5s because of units being in engagement range. So they fail. The mech will fire a slugger. Hit. No, it doesn't. It misses completely. And then D3 shots with the other mech gun. 3 shots.
Wow.
Okay.
I think you've done it. So that's 4 hits.
What am I doing? Because it's a 2d6.
Yes, it's 2d6
So
per.
first one
Ooh.
is a 6, that wounds.
Yeah.
Second one wounds.
Yes.
Third one doesn't wound. Fourth one doesn't wound.
Wow.
So
2
only,
snake eyes in a row.
so only 2 wounds.
Minus.
4.
So sexy saves. What's the damage?
So D6 pops. The first one is 5.
5 sexy saves.
It's a fair effort.
Oh, this is more I could hope for.
And second one, 1.
Oh, much more plausible. Oh, and he gets it. So
Fair
one dies. So they're still in combat. Obviously, this isn't the ideal. Ideally, we'd show you something like a bolter, or or a flamer, perhaps in Big Guns Never Tired.
Say the best one to do would say be one of my Lehman Russes, where I'd have the heavy bolter sponsons and the whole mount to gun down what's in front of me, and then see if I can shoot something else with a battle cannon.
But Dark Eldar.
They're an army that I've been working on really, really hard, and I want to show them off as a bit of a change.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So so that's actually the shooting
That's a shooting
done,
phase
unless
no,
they're 12 inches, are they?
They're 12 inches, but I'm going to try and whack you in combat.
Okay.
So first things first, the grots are going to charge the venom.
So have you pre-measured? What's the? Oh, it'll be
9 inches.
It'll be 9 inches.
Yep.
Go on then.
Are you going to watch?
What grot? I don't think I've got enough bullets for grots, have I? Venom. Let's have a quick look. I mean, for the banter, maybe. How many shots has he got? Rapid fire 3.
Splinter 6
cannon.
shots.
Twin splinter rifles. Oh, rapid fire 2. Oh, a splinter cannon. So that's 7.
Or do you want to save it to say Overwatch won the Megnobs? Because if that hits,
go on then.
So come on, Grots, we'll be using Lucky Orc dice.
Do they get here we go? Because they're not clown.
I don't think they do actually. They're Grots. They're not the best.
Yeah.
Double check it. Gretchen. They got Daka, and that's it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, is it worth the CP reroll?
You know what?
It is. A 1 in 2 chance. Okay.
It is. That's even worse.
Unlucky.
The knob then is going to charge the venom.
Okay. I should have done the Overwatch, but never mind. I should have declared it before you rolled. That's you crack on.
Sure.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. I've lost. I was. It's how painful do I want to be before before I give up.
The Megnobs will charge the Ravager.
Like a 4-inch. Do that right?
-2 though, because I'm within the crater.
Yes, you are. So.
Do you want to pay your CP to Overwatch then?
Not them, no.
Okay.
6-inch charge. You can re-roll it. Sure.
Okay.
Right, so I've got 3 disintegrator cannons.
So you're down to 3 command points because Overwatch costs 1 CP.
Yes, it does. So, it really makes you think now.
Oh, 100%.
This again, I think whilst it's a less abusable rule because everyone actually knows that they could do it in 8th, I think this is
it makes you go, do I really want to charge? Because you could throw that. However, just having a blanket Overwatch makes it a lot more interesting. So 2 hits.
2 hits. 2 wounds.
Yep.
AP
I've
minus
got
3.
5 up saves because I'm 2 up armor. Save 1, fail 1, so 1's down to 2 wounds. Down
1 wound.
2 wounds, so he's got 1 wound remaining, sorry.
And then I've got... that is it.
That's it. So then... 6 will get him in.
Yeah, that'll get him in.
Bunk.
So -2 to all sorts of movement when you are within or pass through the crater.
When you traverse through the craters, because they have the difficult ground keyword.
Difficult ground keyword.
War boss will charge in.
Yeah,
Easy.
I think 10 inches gets him in.
Definitely. And then lastly, the Storm Boys are going to go after the Archon.
So even if I wanted to, I cannot Overwatch.
6. No.
So now we're back at the half an inch. So we've got...
There you go. And then
So all
because
6
they're
of
within
them.
5 there, they can also attack as well. So it is going to just be this Orc Storm Boy at the back that can't hit. Okay. So we shall start with the Storm Boys. Got the 3 attacks from the Power Claw, hitting on 4s. So that's 2 hits and a Daka. Well,
Smacker.
a smacker. 2 to wound. That is 1 wound.
Wow, we got 2 1s there. I couldn't see the other dice. 5 up. No, AP minus.
AP minus 3.
Sexy save.
D3.
2 sexy saves. Oh, he makes 1. But he does not make the other.
Okay. And then that's going to be 2, 3, 4.
So my Archon is down to 4 wounds remaining. Not like I think. Oh, look at that.
And then we've lastly got the slugs and the choppers, because if you can't use Power Claw, we'll hack them down properly.
I think he's going to get Jack the Ripper here, everyone.
So that's 3 additionals. Freeze to wound. Okay.
Wow, okay. Not terrible.
Not great, not terrible.
So, no AP minus, is there?
4, 6.
Oh, was it? I was sorry.
6
You,
no
you had a few dice hiding. So 5s.
Okay.
And
then 1
sexy
damage,
6s. I need 2. I got 1. The Archon.
Do you want to spend a CP to keep him alive? You get a CP back every turn, you might as well.
Yeah, but then I should have done it on the previous one. But I will do a sexy 6 CP. No. So, down to 2 CP. The Archon. Pardon me.
And that is the Warlord.
Puberty hit mid-battle. The Archon is dead Warlord, so that's another 15.
That brings me up to 50.
Straight 5-0. The rest of the combats now.
Yep.
So should we very quickly do the Venom?
Yep, we'll do the Nog with Venom. So 3 attacks, hitting on freeze. 1 hit. Great. Freeze to wound. Does wounds. Minus 1 AP.
So Venoms have a 5 up.
Yep.
Invulnerable anyway. No.
And D3 damage.
So that's the
3.
one I really should have used the CP on. Yes.
Does he blow up?
The Venoms do explode. Ooh.
Almost dead.
Almost denied. Oh no, actually no, that wouldn't have done jack. So Venom off the board. It is looking like a bit of a slaughter.
That's how the Orcs like it though.
Yes. Khorne is very happy this day.
So we'll move on to the War Boss, because I want to whack something. You get the 5 attacks with the Killer Claw, and then I've got 2 other attacks with the squig.
10 wounds to chomp through.
So 5 attacks with a claw, 2 attacks with a squig. They all hit, and they get an extra attack from the 6. Cool. So these are on 2s to wound. Rerolling the wounds because of the claw. Yep. And these are on 5s to wound.
Okay.
So
I'll do that one
one's
first.
AP minus 1.
Fails. Damage.
He gets plus 1 damage, so that is 2 damage.
2 damage. Okay, down to 8. Was he wounded already? I forget.
No, I don't think he was.
Okay, so it's down to 8.
Then I've got 6. 6 at minus 3.
6 at minus 3.
These are a flat 4 damage apart.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant 6 attacks.
No, 6 wounds.
5s. So
No, that's not bad.
3 made. Sorry,
So
the
that's
camera's off.
12 damage.
Oh, no, he's dead. Unless I can get 6 sexy 6s, it is unlikely. Oh, 4. I got 4.
Not
But
quite.
no, not quite enough. The
Does he
Ravager
explode?
does
You-
not explode. This is a bit of a slaughter.
And I get me 3 attacks with me Big Mech. Hitting on 3s. Actually, no, hang on.
No, this
It's
is
my
a
turn, so it's
pre-existing
your-
combat.
It's pre-existing combat, so you get to strike first.
So, Scourges. 3 models left. They get 4 attacks.
Yep, because you'll have a sergeant model.
Yeah. So it's 4 attacks. Hitting on 4 threes. Ooh, I should have put that on. So that's 3. And then on the Big Mac, it'll be 5s. So 1 Undo.
4 up save.
Wow,
That's it.
makes it. So now Harry gets 3 different attacks with the 2 mech guns and
So the start with the Big Mech, so he's got 3 attacks. And 6 causes an additional attack. So those all hit. And then 3s to wound. That is 3 wounds.
AP minus.
No AP.
No AP minus, so they are saving on a 4 up. Is it 3 or 4? No, that you just got.
I
how
got
many
4
you
saves,
got?
sorry.
Okay. Sexies.
Yep.
Sexy 6s.
Nope.
No. Wow, squad wiped.
The squad wiped just from the Big Mac. Doesn't like you touching his toys.
No, indeed he does not.
Brilliant. That is the end
Now,
of the
Orc turn
round
3.
for you. Moving on.
Well,
we'll call it there just for time constraints. But in terms of actually the rest of the game, it will carry on until turn 5. Turn 5 ends automatically.
yeah, we're unsure at this point if wiping. So obviously we have the Razor Wing in reserve over there, technically, that can come on at any board edge in turn 4. We're unsure at this point whether taking all of the models off the board that are on the board, if that classes as an automatic victory. We're unsure because that's not a rule that has been released yet in the core rule books. That might be a permission thing, but I mean, I would concede here anyway. So basically, Harry gets the maximum amount of points for the next 2 turns. Which, because even if I did bring him back on, he's not going to take.
You can shoot up. You can shoot up and say get Warlord or something.
Yeah.
However, you're struggling. You could potentially get Linebreaker by the end of turn 5, but in terms of the other victory points, so capping objectives.
Yeah.
I'm guessing 15 points a turn from now.
Yeah. So Harry gets 45 points by the end of the game for. Well, he's got Warlord this turn anyway, which puts him up to 50. He gets another 45 points from managing to get 2 more turns of all of the objectives capped and also line breaker. So each secondary objective is worth 15 points. So Harry ends the game 95 to a minimum of 35.
It'd be 90 points in total. And then don't forget the 10 points at the end for fully painted army.
Yes, Harry's beautifully painted orcs. I think, I'm not sure, but I think it constitutes a fully painted army.
Just about.
Just about.
You can't. It's hard to see about the black base colour underneath. But
It's that classic 25 colour standard minimum that we were looking for. So yes, Harry gets the full 100 points for the game. But all in all, it's been a really good day, play testing the rules and checking it all out. I think we can wrap it up there.
Yeah, I think that's fair. We've covered as much as we can with what we've got at the time being. Obviously, wait till it was 11th of June, they said, was
11th of June is
day.
pre-order, but that's also pre-order for lots of stuff. The open war cards, like everything.
So,
the Crusade.
What I'm trying to say is we'll have to wait till back end of June to actually get access to the full rules. Or July, sorry. But for the meantime, they're decent rules, really good fun. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Where can we find you online? You specifically, if people want a more in-depth look at your orcs.
So I've got my private Instagram. That's Harry Paints 40k. That's, you can just go and have a look on there. What we're going to be trying to do a bit more now as well is focus everything. So if we say finished a major project, we'll be making sure we're linking into the Imperial Bunker Instagram as well. So Imperial Bunker is the main place, and then make sure to take out my Instagram as well as Sam's for company minis.
Yeah, I'll put title cards up in the video to link you through. But other than that, we'll catch you for the next one.
Take care.
Bye bye.